just another example of the crazy science that's going on. And they talk about it how, oh, they're going to help severely paralyzed people. But really, that's just a cover story, because what they're really going to do is use this technology like they've used every other technology to build an army of robots. An army of armed robots and drones that have weapons that can then attack you. We are witnessing the beginning of the Industrial Revolution of war, with artificial intelligence type of brains inside the drones that are now, of course, legally able to assassinate American citizens on U.S. soil. Thanks to that 16-page Department of Justice memo that was recently issued, and Obama has so far refused to say we will rule out any strikes on U.S. soil. So that's on the map. You got that? America is the battleground. The drones are already out there. The drones have weapons, obviously. They are striking Americans. Obama has his secret kill list where he can kill Americans. And now they're working on the brains of mice and monkeys. The new DARPA robot can autonomously track people. And do we have a video clip of that robot? That is the DARPA legged squad support system. That's a scary looking thing. That thing, it chases people through the forest. Yeah, for those of you watching on PrisonPlanet.tv, we're running that video. It's got this Boston Dynamics hydraulic four-legged creature marching through the woods, carrying a payload and tracking humans. DARPA enlists makers of the Big Dog robot, which we just showed there, to construct machines that can think for themselves. This is a story by Steve Watson, also from last year. Machines that can think for themselves. And of course, it's being pushed as a way to perform evacuation operations. Yeah, they never want to talk about how they're going to mount 50 caliber guns on these robots and go after American citizens and civilians living in U.S. cities after they declare martial law following the economic collapse. Wow. They were just showing a video there where you try to kick over the robot and it recovers and stands up. It stays standing. You can't even kick it over. That thing looks like a giant spider creature. They got it walking on water, slippery water, and it's recovering. That is scary, man. That is freaky. That is freaky.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Said bill requests emergency response funding up to and including, I'm sorry, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified, or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above, in such as classified spewing, classified escape, are released or otherwise become uncontrollable.
On July 11, 2013, at the company's headquarters in Massachusetts, Boston Dynamics unveiled Atlas, a robot designed to participate in DARPA's Robot Challenge. The ultimate goal is to create robots that can respond to dangerous emergencies, such as a nuclear meltdown. 1.9 meters tall and weighing 150 kilograms, Atlas can walk, grasp things with its hands, and study the environment with sensors in its head.
It combines a spinning planar laser rangefinder along with a high-resolution, high-frame-rate stereoscopic camera system. And it generates a gigabit per second of data, which is very, very high data rate, and about 20 million points per second from the stereo data. Teams are going to be using that to map their environment, to sense what the arms are doing, to grasp things, to plan where the feet of the robot are going to be placed on the ground, and also with the laser to do long-range mapping, path planning through obstacles, and overall situational awareness.
The 7 teams will be using Atlas as a testbed for their robotics control software. We're on hand at the public unveiling.
We did a little bit of drama when the teams first came in. The robot was inside the conference room, which is where I was as well. And after breakfast, we opened the doors and the teams came in there, and their eyes got really big.
As well as meeting Atlas for the first time, teams were learning about their new robot partner from Boston Dynamics engineers.
These are the highest performance robots that we could find for these teams to use. So we're giving them every possible chance to succeed. I'm convinced that we're going to see the robots doing pretty well on at least some of the challenge tasks that we're giving them, like climbing a ladder, getting into and driving a vehicle, turning a valve, putting on a fire hose.
This humanoid robot is called Hubo. It's modeled on Osimo, which Honda spent 14 years developing. Hubo was built in just 5 years. Hubo deftly manipulates its hands, and it's also good at dancing. Its moves look just like Osimo's. Hubo has been undergoing a major upgrade ahead of the competition. It can now bend backward at the waist while walking to handle all kinds of environments. It can quickly pick up tools. The tests were going well. People have always compared Hubo to Osimo. Engineers now had a strategy to get ahead of the Japanese developers. They decided to publish certain details about Hubo's design and pursue joint development with researchers at other institutions. One could say that this space inside Hubo's chest captures the heart of their thinking.
It's empty now, but this is where artificial intelligence will be installed. It's removable.
Hubo does not yet possess artificial intelligence. Its motions are as sophisticated as Osimo's, but Hubo's movements are all pre-programmed. U.S. universities that lead research into artificial intelligence will develop a brain for Hubo. The stage has been set for a joint U.S.-South Korean team to compete in the DARPA Robotics Challenge. A curious being has appeared. It's 3.8 meters tall and weighs 4 tons. It is a giant humanoid robot named Kratos. Kratos is a contemporary artist's creation. He holed up here for 2 years building the robot with input from an expert. He calls Kratos a work of art, but it's a sophisticated piece of machinery. A person seated inside can control the robot, move its limbs, and grab things. The artist says he was inspired by robots in science fiction tales and animation. That vision sustained him as he worked in solitude.
Things that were once unthinkable are becoming real. How will robots evolve? Well, military applications could be one option. They'll probably become more and more like humans. They could surpass us in strength and ability.
People long dreamed of creating these extreme machines. Now, humanoid robots are here. They think like we do, move like we do.
It gives me a lot of information regarding what's going on there because it provides real-time video feed, and I don't have to put an officer right in front of the place, so it's quite an advantage having this.
Info on 22. Hold on, there's 70, 0-1.
A really skilled sniper or somebody who's trained a lot can almost match that. But introduce a bit of stress, a bit of heat, a bit of cold, a bit of fatigue. They're downhill, and this thing is just it's unbeatable.